What is the difference between expediting your case and requesting premium processing on your case? Hi, my name is Audra Doyle, and I'm the owner and attorney of Doyle Law here in Atlanta, Georgia. And there is a big difference between those two processes. The difference is that premium processing requires a fee. Expediting a case has no fee associated with it. And today I'm going to dive into the details about those two options and also whether or not your case is eligible for one of those two options. So to start off, the current fee to request premium processing on a case is $2,500. Yes, you heard it right, $2,500. And premium processing is only available to employment-based cases. Not even all employment-based cases, certain employment-based cases, such as an I-140 EB-2 petition, such as now it's available for national interest waiver petitions, extraordinary ability petitions, and most non-immigrant working visas, such as the H-1B, the O-1, etc. So premium processing says that you will receive an answer within a certain period of time from USCIS, and you have to pay this big fee, $2,500. If they do not respond within that time, then you are eligible to get your money back from the Immigration Service. Now, the normal time frame that you should expect to hear from immigration is 15 days, but for national interest waiver cases, and that's a lot of my clients, the waiting time is actually 45 days. And what I tell my clients is that if we're going to do premium processing, you need to understand, I think, how things are going right now at immigration. They're understaffed. The staffers that they have, a lot of them are new. They're not very experienced. So when you file a request for premium processing, quite frequently, their answer in 15 days is going to be a request for evidence. It's not going to be an approval because they simply ran out of time to actually read all your materials and adjudicate your case. So if possible, I do recommend that we regular process. We don't premium process a case, but some clients, that's just not an option. We must premium process. And I like to do that, especially on my strong cases. If it's a weak case and there is no urgency, then I would recommend regular processing. So that's what premium processing covers. Now moving over, expediting is a whole different animal. It's something totally different. Number one, there is no fee. There is no fee for expediting. Number two, there is no standard process. There's no form to file. You don't get a receipt notice. There's a couple of different ways that we can request an expedite. One is if I call immigration and make a service request. Another way that I have done is I have mailed a letter, a cover letter explaining the expedite request, and then also submitting documents to prove why this is an emergency. So for an expedite request, those are available for I-130 petitions, especially work and travel documents. That's usually what I'm using this for. And sometimes the I-129F petition, that's for a K-1 visa. The thing about expedite is you don't get a receipt. There's no time frame. So we won't know if immigration accepts your request or not until they actually approve the case. Otherwise, they just ignore us. They're not going to tell us that they've received documents. One time, so I track the mail if I send in documents. Sometimes they give me a fax number and I keep my fax confirmation so that I can show the clients the date that I sent in the documents and that the send was successful. But once again, there's no receipt, there's no time frame, there's no fee. It's very arbitrary from USCIS. Now, not everybody is eligible to expedite their case. Immigration is looking for, number one, a life and death emergency. So think about what is life and death emergency. It does not mean going to a funeral. There is no emergency to go to a funeral. That's not a life and death situation. They mean a close relative has been stricken with a serious illness, and the doctor says the family needs to come see them because they're not doing well at all. That's a life and death emergency. And that would be something I would file the expedite request for. Going to a wedding, not life and death. Going to visit family members, not life and death, unless someone is severely ill and, they may not make it. That's a life and death emergency. Now, the other emergency for expedite request is severe financial loss to you or to a company. And I have filed expedite requests on both of those. I have filed it where I submitted a letter from a company that says if he does not receive his work card, we are going to lose $2 million. And we have documentation, we have the letter from the company. That expedite request was approved. Another expedite request I have recently filed, we'll wait to see if it's approved, is where the client herself needs her job and she's the foreign national because her spouse lost his job. So now the family has no income. This is a severe financial loss to their family, and it can be remedied by this expedite request. So I felt that qualified for an expedite. I submitted it, and surprisingly, I've been waiting 4 weeks and I still haven't heard back about that request. There's no processing time. There's no receipt notice. I know that they received it because I faxed in the documents, but otherwise, there's no way for us to track that or to figure out if they're going to be approved or not. But like I tell my clients, definitely if you don't file, you won't be approved for the expedite request. So I will counsel my clients if they are qualified or not, and I'll leave it up to them if they want to try this or not. Ask them for the strongest documents possible to give them the best chance of having their expedite request approved. So that is the difference between premium processing and an expedite request. Sometimes expedites, lastly, can also be done for a case that's at an embassy, such as you're dealing with a National Visa Center, you're dealing with a consulate or embassy abroad for a visa application. And it, once again, case-by-case basis. That's it for today. Thanks so much for watching this long video, but I hope that it was helpful to you. If you need help, let us know. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to find more videos. I have a lot of them on here, and I hope that they will answer your immigration questions.